I remember that time, I am not a prayerful person. I am not a religious person. I'm not a godly person. What I believe is, as long as wala akong natatapakan na tao, as long as I am not doing anything wrong, as long as I am helping a lot of people, I'm okay. I don't know anything about salvation. In fact, I can remember I only go to church, like KBL, and I think some of you knows that. Kasal, Libing, at Binyan. I go to church not because I wanted to pray. It is because I just need to be there for the sake of an event. But for me to thank God, to pray, to acknowledge all the blessings that I have is wala sa akin yun. Sabi ko nga, what I have in mind is I deserve what I have because I work hard for it. And then, I remember kasi when I was still young, I have the neighbor na every morning, 3 times a day, nag-church with a white handkerchief sa ulo and walking like this. Pagdating sa bahay, maririnig mo yung mura, yung sigaw. So, at the young age, sabi ko, ba, ganun, araw-araw nagsisimba, laging may mura, laging may kaaway ng mga kapitbahay. So I said, ako hindi nagsisimba, pero hindi ako ganyan. So better na to go to church. So yun ang naging, so that is, yun ang parang kinalakihan ko na, even nandito na ako sa Dubai, all my roommates, all may kasama ko sa bahay, during like Christmas, lahat sila pupunta sa church. Pero ako naiiwan na, what I said, okay, kayo na lang, ipagdasal nyo na lang ako. Tsaka wala naman ako masyadong kasalanan. I know God, kung mapupunta ako sa langit. So that is what ang thinking ko. And then, one of the biggest challenge of my life came. 2008. That was the time when my youngest brother, kasi kami dalawa ng brother ko, yung youngest to me, is siya yung sanggang dikit. We were together in my first job. We were together yung first time nagpunta kami dito sa UAE. So that was 2008 when he was diagnosed as a kidney failure. And for the last 10 years, nag-undergo siya ng dialysis. And having a dialysis patient during that time sa Pilipinas, it will really drain your savings. Kahit gaano pa kadami yung pera mo mauubos. Because that time, wala yung mga free kung saan ka. There's nothing like that before. So what I did was, since I love my brother so much, I did everything. Sabi ko nga, I have a lot. To the extent na yung 10 years na gamutan, I was able to survive. I was able to support for my brothers. Lahat ata ng klaseng pagamutan, lahat ng mga alternative medicine, lahat ng mga anything, pag sinabi niya, eto magpapagaling, go. I don't think about the money because what is important for me during that time is I just want my brother to be okay. And then, 10 years. After 10 years na, I realized na ako sandali, ubus na pala ako. Naubos lahat ng savings ko. And then, nandun ako sa isang tabi, I was crying, and then my husband saw me. Ayaw niya yung nasasaktan. Ayaw niya yung umiiyak ako, and my husband loves me so much. So what he decided, okay, ganito na lang, ibenta na lang natin yung property natin sa Ayala. From that, we have enough funds, hindi ka na iiyak. Okay lang yan, pagtulungan na lang natin ulit, makukuha ulit natin yan. So, to make the story short, nabenta namin lahat. After I sold almost all my properties, I have drained all the savings, lahat na ubos. That's a time when my brother, kinuha na siya ni Lord. And then, sinabayan pa, my parents are old already, and they started to deteriorate yung kanilang mga health. There are times, and a lot of times na pagkakasabay sila, yung isa nasa Kidney Institute, yung mom ko nasa UST, yung dad ko nasa heart center. Sabay-sabay yan. Hindi ko alam kung pag nagbabakasyon ako, hindi ko alam kung saan ako pupunta. So, from that time, parang sabi ko nga, bigla na lang ako when I saw my brothers and my parents are in pain, that's the time that I realized that there's something wrong with me. I realized that for so long, I forgot Jesus in my life. That now that you are in the lowest point of your life, you are in that very difficult situation, that's the time when I prayed to God. I prayed a lot, Lord, I do not want to see my loved ones suffering. If in case makikita ko silang in pain, dalawa lang yung prayers ko. It's either you have to take him or pagalingin mo sila. Otherwise, better to them because I do not want to prolong the sufferings. So, madaling salita lahat sila. Isa-isa, kinuha ni Lord. I was in pain. I realized that I did everything, but parang kulang. That was a time when I questioned God, bakit Lord? Mabuti akong anak. Mabuti akong kapatid. I have not done anything wrong to anyone. And then God made me realize that kasi nakakalimot ka. Kasi yung the most important thing in your life na hindi mo dapat makalimutan is nakalimutan mo. And this is the time na tatapikin kita. And then, when after that, I came back from vacation, nandun yung I was in sorrow kasi nga maraming mga family members na wala. One of my friends invited me to attend one of the Christian church in Sierra. And then, so, yeah, first, okay, ma-attend ako, but ay hindi pa ganun kalalim. And then, pandemic came, nawala yung face-to-face, parang biglang nagkaroon ng parang online. Sabi ko, ayoko ng online kasi hindi ko talaga masyadong na-feel. I want to go personally kasi I was in a very, there's some emptiness in my heart. So, nawala, and then after that, na-stop na naman yung dapat yung plan ko na parang yun na yung way ko para mapalapit kay Jesus. Because in Matthew 11:28, it really tumata sa akin yung verse na yun na, come to me all of you, those who are tired and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. I prayed and then yun, invited ako, but then nawala na naman. And then when pandemic came, ito yung pinakamabigat na parte ng buhay ko. It was September 2020 when my husband died on the plane on board to Philippines. 2 hours before landing, nakita siya ng mga flight attendant. He was at the washroom. I was devastated. I was shocked because I never expected that those things will happen to me. So parang, Lord, bakit ganun? Hindi pa nga ako nakaka-recover. Eto na naman. There is not, for so many years, for 4 years, there is not a single year in my life na hindi ako umuwi na walang patay. Every time I go back home, may mangyayari. And the most difficult thing is during the pandemic kasi ang hirap ng biyahe, but praise God, you know, that time I feel the presence of God. I started realize and felt that God is within me. When my husband died, I have seen my mobile, kasi 5 o'clock ng morning yun eh. Nagising ako, parang ang daming tawag, from OWA, from Philippine Airlines, from individual, lahat galing Pilipinas. And then, nung sinagot ko, it was the Philippine Airlines who called me up. Is this Mrs. Ramos? Yes po. Sorry to inform that your husband died. Ano nangyari? Then he told me that he said that he got a cardiac arrest on the plane. So at that time, and I realized during that time na kapag gumawa ka pala ng kabutihan sa kapwa mo, hindi mo man anayin ngayon, it will take years, maybe a decades, more than two decades. Those people na tinulungan ko during that time, because that time when my husband died, I'm totally nothing. To the extent na hindi ko nga ubus na talaga. And then walang trabaho. Lahat. So So that time, there's a lot of people who reach me out, yung mga kaibigan ko na mga natulungan ko long time ago, yung mga people na may mga utang ako who really reach out to me and give to me yung pera na ito para sa'yo. And then, so yun, kumbaga sa madaling salita, naiayos ko lahat and hindi man ganun katagal, but I was able to give a very good funeral to my husband. That time, Jesus showed me how God really works in my life. I had nothing. Even I do not know how to bring Syra and my sister here during the pandemic. Pamasahe, sabi ko, paano ko dadalhin yung bata? Wala na ako. But then, God finds a way. Sila yung on the last minute, maraming nagbigay sa akin, marami yung nagbayad, and then I was able to bring her back here again. So, sa buhay, when my friend invited me to go to attend to the CSG church, I couldn't remember that. I will never forget the day. That was October 2020 when my friend first time invited me. Just kakabalik lang namin from the Philippines. And then that's the time when I was introduced to CSG. Pastor Jojo and Pastor Sis Amor, they were there from that time. Hindi sila nag-give up. Although that time, there are so many times na parang wala pa akong hindi ko pa masyadong feel kasi lutang pa ako. But because of their perseverance, because of their patience, I was able to, kumbaga, hindi nila ako binitawan, hindi nila ako iniwan, yung sobra-sobra yung pasensya nila. Even that time na they wanted to have an LG at home, ang dami kong dahilan, sis, kasi maraming box doon sa harap, walang place, walang madaanan. And I am so thankful dahil for having a family like the CSG. I couldn't imagine my life without CSG. Sometimes I was just thinking na, paano kung wala ako sa church? Paano magdidiretso yung buhay ko? Maybe I was in a wrong direction at this moment. I will not be here today. Maybe there's still some interest in my heart. But because of the church, because of the help and guidance of everyone, especially for Pastor Joyo and Sis Amor, I am so blessed because I was able to complete my life. And for me, despite of so many things happens, God really showed me that do not be afraid, I am with you. Who really walks with me through my journey sa buhay. And now I am standing in front of you, strong woman, empowered, and I am proud to say that